Can you even see me? Gotta find, ooh, I gotta find you. That's bad too. It's that time of day where there's no good places to have good lighting. Hey, hi, hello besties, it's Hales. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome to if you've never been here before. Today, I have the overwhelming urge to reorganize my shelves. Just in general, my book collection. I have floor piles galore and I have that urge to just start fresh. I have the urge to go through my books and unhaul some that, like, realistically I'm not going to read. I have the urge to sort them a bit. And also, I have this shelf to assemble. I was very kindly gifted this shelf by Fly City. Fly City? Fly City Mall? Fly City. Anyway, I was gifted this shelf. You've probably seen them before. They're the round ones that spin. I'm excited. I'm excited to fix my floor piles, have a new shelf, and see how it goes. So this video is not sponsored. They're not paying me to say any of this. I do have an affiliate link, so if in the end you do want your own round turning shelf, you can get one with my link or my code, and I do make a tiny amount of money, but mostly I'm just here to share things I like. And I'm very excited to test this out because I need to get some of these floor piles off the ground. I gotta say, book floor piles and having cats do not mix. It is stressful. Anytime they walk near them, I'm like, please don't bite my books. Please don't accidentally scratch my books. Please don't fight with each other and then pee on the floor next to my books. It's a constant stressor on my brain. So, one more way to put my books not on the ground is good for me. So I'm going to show you what the current situation is, and then I'm going to assemble the shelf, and then I'll do like a little bit of a shelf tour. I have people asking me for a shelf tour sometimes, and currently there is no rhyme or reason. It fits, it sits. That is the system that I use. Are the books a similar height? Are they by the same author? That's the end of the thought. I used to be a little bit better at organizing, but that is for someone who has more shelf space and can put their books not stacked on one another, not stacked in other directions, when you can like just have them going in one way, you know? That's the dream. That's really the dream. It's a dream I may not ever achieve because I have too many. Hence the unhauling, but I digress. Actually, I've already started the unhauling process. My Pango is popping off. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pango. I am so grateful because back where I used to live, I at least had a half-price books, which, you know, they don't pay you really well for your used books, but at least you get money, right? You get cash money. And that's really what I want. A lot of used bookstores, they want to give you store credit, and like that's great, but a lot of the store credit systems mean that you have to spend so much money to actually use your store credit, or like the store credit doesn't really like, it accumulates too fast and you can't spend it, and I'm like, I don't need this much store credit. I would like to have money. So, is that my bad for having so many books? Sure is, but we're fixing it. We're selling books on Pango. We are reorganizing our shelves. We're probably gonna listen to an audiobook and watch Zoella's Vlogmas while we do this. I'm so excited that it's Vlogmas season. It's my favorite time of year because my family's not particularly festive, so I get all of the festive good feelings from watching her family be festive. So anyway, here's to that, and I thought I'd take you along with me for my shelf reorganization. Been a few hours since I filmed that last clip, and I have not started building the shelves. Before I get started, I actually thought it'd be fun to do a little daub of the day, right? My drink, my Diet Dr. Kelp, just kidding, it's water. Drink outfit is a Costco shacket. I don't know what you would call this because it's kind of like a shirt, but it's also a jacket. So it's a shacket. Underneath, I have to show you. I made this shirt. It says there are some hoes in this house. This is from the Megan Quinn book event that I moderated last October. I made this shirt because it's a reference to How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. They have, one of them buys like a crew neck that says there are some hoes in this house. And so I made it for the event. And on the bottom half, I have sweatpants from Costco. They're Puma. And then I have, can I show you, Christmas socks. So that's my outfit. And for my book, what I am currently reading, I am reading the audiobook of Vesselus. Oh my god. Vesselus, which I'm like 30%, no, I'm past 30%. I'm like 50% of the way in, and I'm really enjoying this. I didn't know what this book was going to be about because I only ever go off of like recommendations and like pretty covers, which judge a book by its cover, whatever, but I really had no idea what this book was about. So it took me a little bit to get into it and to figure out what I was reading. I'm also reading, oh my god, the glare, An Arcane Study of Stars. This is an arc by Sydney Shields. She wrote The Honey Witch, and this is like a dark academia book that comes out next year, and I really enjoy this. I'm only like 11% of the way in, so like I'm maybe in the first 5-6 chapters, and so good. Already so much has happened and I'm having the best time. I'm winded for some reason, but yeah, these are my two current reads, and honestly I'm having a great, I don't know why I'm so close. I'm having a great time with both of these, so highly recommend. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts, but yeah, let's get to it on assembling the shelf now. So I'm gonna put on probably the first day of Vlogmas, and I'm gonna assemble my shelf. So here we go. I will say, I think those screws were a little bit greased, so I just had to wash my hands because it was a sensory nightmare. But look at that. Sorry, I'm still watching Vlogmas, but from last year. There we go, that's better lighting. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It turns pretty easily. Now, I'm trying to decide if I want to put this shelf. I originally was considering putting it in this corner, but now I'm looking at it, I don't think that's the move because of how big it is. It's not huge, but it is bigger than I thought. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it where those stacks are right there, which may be a great thing or it may not be. Otherwise, I can always put it over there where my Kindle stand is, or I can put it over here in this corner. I don't know that I like it there. No, I don't think that's the move at all. I'm thinking realistically the only good place for this is in that spot, which, you know, is honestly ideal. So, time for me to move all those books and start putting them on the shelf. Long time no chat. I did not mean to go MIA. I had every intent to immediately record what the update for my library was, but I didn't. So yeah, I kind of also meant to take you through my process as I was going through my books and my library. Oh my god, is there a hair stuck to my lip? I don't know. Feels like there's a hair. So I meant to walk you through more of my process and the progress, but I mean, fortunately for me, I ended up chatting on the phone with like 3 of my best friends while I was cleaning my library, and so there wasn't really anything to vlog because I was talking on the phone. So anyway, it's done. It's been done for like a week now. Sorry. I just didn't feel up to grabbing my camera, if I'm being honest. Last week, I thought I was dying. I was not feeling well, and I basically bed rotted the full week because I just felt like, oh my god, I'm dying. This is what's happening. So anyway, I finally feel good. My library is mostly clean, and I figured I could give you a little update. Okay, first and foremost, I did reorganize the main shelf. So up top, I have all of the Brandon Mull books that I own. Technically, you can't see all of them because I have one series of 5 books behind those because they didn't all fit and there was no space anywhere else. So they're back there. These are my special editions of Fablehaven. I think these are from LitJoy. They're LitJoy special editions. So these are stunning. I want to do a video about these later, but these are my Fablehaven books. These ones are signed, which is why I have paperback copies, and these are ones I've gotten to replace, so I had a full set of hardcovers. Dragon Watch, Candy Shop Wars, and Beyonders. Behind all of this is the 5 Kingdoms series. Then we have Chaos. So these are most of my favorites. Most, I say most because there's a lot that didn't fit. So these ones are all written by the same authors. Oh gosh, the glare. Okay, yes, there you go. These are all the same. These are a different pen name, in case you didn't know. These are the traditionally published Bonded by Thorns and Woven by Gold. Then I have my other ones. Keeping up with the favorites and Canadians theme, I have Road of Bones and Kingdom of Claw. I'm very excited to get the novella very soon. Then I have my lovely MT Zimny section. Oh my gosh. So I have the hardcover and the paperback of Skullterra by Nightmare. I have Beta, Delta, and Epsilon. Oh my god. There we go. This one is also written by some Canadian authors. And then I have Blood of Hercules and Bonds of Hercules. This is my second copy of Bonds of Hercules that my friend Allie very kindly got signed for me when she met Jasmine Moss last month, a couple months ago, whatever. So that's that. I have a paperback copy and Psycho Shifters. It's as close as I can get to having them all in the same row. Then we have more favorites. So we have all of my Fear the Flames, Wrath of the Dragon books. Love. Obviously, I had the Indie, the Arc, and the Trad. I really wanted to get an Arc of Wrath of the Dragons, but I was not lucky enough to get a physical galley. That's okay. Then we move on to Stacey McEwen. I have the Arc of a Forbidden Alchemy, the Walmart edition, the standard first run edition. Both have beautiful sprayed edges, so I felt like those needed to be facing outward. I have the Glacian trilogy. Love these books. I fell in love with Stacey's writing during Ledge, especially when it was indie. I mean, it's good now, but like that was like the era in which I fell in love. So then we have One Dark Window paperbacks, because I bought those originally and then they came out with the special editions. And of course I have The Night and the Moth. I have Assistant to the Villain, Apprentice to the Villain, Accomplice to the Villain, A Forbidden Fate by Caven, and I have the Gods and Monsters series. It's really funny because I put these all together because I know that these, not including Rachel Gillig, but like these authors are friends and they felt like they needed to be together on the shelf. So that was my thought there. And then of course I have my copies of Silver Elite, my ARC copy and my traditionally published copy. Then we have my Sarah Blue section. So these are like doubled up. Oh my god. Sarah Blue. Sarah Blue. These are Faded Romance special editions. These are Faded Romance special editions. I got these 2 special editions from like friends. These are the hardcover editions from Sarah Blue's website. And then we have Carissa Broadbent. So I have my indie editions of this series, The Daughter of No Worlds. I actually don't know if that's the name of the series. I feel like it's not, but maybe it is. I don't know. And then I have the traditionally published copies. This one was kindly sent to me by the publisher. I did buy this one with my own money. Then I have my indie and my traditionally published copies. Shout out to Amanda for gifting me her indie copy of the second book because I had been meaning to get it and then it went to traditional and then I was really sad because I didn't have a matching copy. So, and then someone from the Swiftie group chat gifted me this last year. So anyway, next I have all Faded Romance special editions. So I am a rep for Faded Romance. They do special editions of Omegaverse, Monster Romance, and Paranormal Romance. I think they're branching out, but they haven't yet. So they've gone from paperbacks with discrete covers. So like, oh, these are really in there. I'm not gonna pull those out actually. But they have discrete covers, and then they started doing sprayed edges for their paperbacks, and then they went to sprayed edges and hardcover, and that's kind of where we're at, but they're a different size now. They're foiled, and I think moving forward in this next year, they're gonna have all of this plus a special like dust jacket. So stunning, stunning, stunning. Down here is just chaos. I have books that didn't really fit anywhere else. I have all of my Leigh Bardugo books here, my Twilight books, the Spell Shop, one of my Hunger Games books. The rest of them are in a box up in one of my lofts. This is a middle grade book. In the back, you can't see them, but it's all my Sarah J. Maas and my Fourth Wing, the Empyrean series. Again, you can kind of see them back there, but yeah, I mean, I know that I love those books, so I don't feel like I needed them displayed right now, so it's fine. Then I have some indies. Very excited. This one's not indie. I have this book on my to read soon TBR because I will be doing an author interview with this author at some point, probably in the new year. These are now traditionally published, but these are the indie editions, so I do need to pick up the rest of the series because there's one more book in this Filthy Rich Vampire series that only got traditionally published. So need that, and I also need the Filthy Rich Fae books because they're so good. I also need to finish this series. I have not yet finished the Fortuna Sworn series, but you know, here we are. So yeah, that's this first shelf. It's a lot. It's a lot. And to think, this is only one of the many shelves. Around the corner from this shelf is a stack of books, and you're thinking, Haley, why do you have a stack of books? This is what I am doing for a YouTube video, because these are books that I went through and I decided that I'm not sure if I'm actually going to like them. They were either sent to me by friends or by publishers, or I purchased them a long time ago and I'm like, are these really something that I think I'm going to like? I'm unsure. I'm unsure. So I'm like, okay, I need to read these, or like start reading them, decide if I want to keep them, decide if I want to finish them, and unhaul the rest. I've been following Olivia Reads a Latte for a while now, and she does this thing called Read It or Unhaul It, and I figured I'd do my own spin on that. Less to decrease the number of books on my physical TBR, and more because these are books I could easily list on Pengo or give to friends or put in little free libraries. And I don't really need physical copies if I don't like them. And these are books where I'm like, am I gonna like them? I don't know. I read the back of them and they're kind of interesting, but like, do I need a physical copy of it? Do I need this book? I don't know. So I'm going to read the first 3 to 5 chapters and put it on YouTube, make a little series out of it, and then decide if I like it enough to keep it or if I'm going to unhaul it. So stay tuned for that series coming next year because I'm actually very excited about it. I think some of these are going to make for really funny videos because like reading the back of them I was like, oh, that's a little unhinged. Got it. Got it. I made a choice when I purchased this. So anyway, moving on. Oh, also a side note, this egg is one of the few childhood toys I kept from, well, childhood when I moved. It is a dinosaur egg from like the Jurassic Park toys that I had, and it's a little dinosaur inside the egg. It smells like my childhood, if I'm being honest. I'm very sad I didn't keep any of my Land Before Time toys from when I was a child because I have deep regret because I loved dinosaurs as a kid. But this is a dinosaur egg that I kept and I love it because it's like kind of iridescent. I don't know. I have very fond memories of this toy. Over here, I of course still have floor stacks. There's no rhyme or reason for the floor stacks. They're just books that like didn't fit on my shelves. Cause like some of these I'm really sad are not on a bookshelf because I'm like, oh, I really don't want this to get messed up, but you know, it is what it is. Like in the back, there's literally all of my Danielle L. Jensen books and I'm like, I love Danielle L. Jensen. Like you can see, I love those books and I'm really sad that they're not displayed, but I don't have anywhere else to put them. So anyway, that's where that is for right now. Eventually we'll figure out a shelf situation, but that day is not this day. So then we have this little cube shelf. Again, there's not really a rhyme or reason. It's kind of like what fits, it sits. Because here's like my Elise Kova, Arcana Academy, and Air Awakens hardcovers. But if you look up top, I'll show you later, but there's a whole section of Elise Kova books over there. But they're different sizes, so, you know, I have, you know, some of these are a mix of books I've read, books on my TBR. Like, there's not really a rhyme or reason for them to be located where they are, but I just love these books. I did read all of those. All of those Charlie and Holmberg books have been read. I love them. Most of these have been read, again, just like, just books that I have. And these are like doubled up, so there's like a second layer behind. So I have to every so often kind of switch it up so I don't forget what books I own, because out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're better at this than I am. Up here used to be contemporary romance, but I've moved contemporary romance. We'll get there in a second. These are like paperback, fantasy, and romantasy. So they're kind of just in stacks based on size. So yeah, that's the process I have here. These books haven't been logged yet, so that's why they're not in a stack or where they belong. Anyway, now we're gonna move on to the last section of my shelf. Here we have my contemporary romance shelf. I really did my best. I'm not gonna squat down, so you're just gonna have to use your imagination over there. I really just did my best to keep these down to as minimum, because like the rereadability of a contemporary romance for me is not great most of the time, so I really just kept it to the ones that I know I like, the ones I know I'll read again, or the ones I'm actually excited to read in the future. So yeah, that's this. My camera battery is flashing, so like I need to wrap it up. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, my rotating shelf. The reason I redid my library. So this is my rotating shelf from Fly City. They were kind enough to gift it to me. It does rotate, but it's very weighed down, so doing this one-handed feels sketchy as heck. But yeah, it's very cool. I have mostly books that I had arcs for. That's not the entire rule here. Like some of these I did not have arcs for. Like I didn't have an arc of these, but I liked them here. I felt like they could get a spot of honor. My Kate King books that I have out. I have more of her books, but they're in storage still. I have, you know, these books that I had an arc of the second book. Most of my Red Tower arcs. I had arcs of these ones. More arcs. You know, these are arcs from Comic-Con. They're arcs I've gotten in the mail from publishers. Like it's kind of all over the place. Sometimes they're not even arcs, they're just like gifted books. So yeah, like there's not really a particular rhyme or reason. I just kind of put books on here as I saw fit and that I just wanted to see. And I wanted a place of honor that wasn't a floor stack. So yeah, kind of the thought process here. And I do have it set in a certain way, so I always keep it kind of tilted this way. So my Cutie Heavenly Bodies PR box can sit facing outwards, and I like seeing these books the most. Like seeing the Heavenly Bodies books from my bed, amazing. Seeing the cover of A Dance of Lies, amazing. I still want to get a traditionally published copy of this later. Same with Silver Cloak. I really want a traditionally published copy of Silver Cloak because this one doesn't have the cover, and I love the cover. So, but I don't like the blue sprayed edges that it currently has, so I'm kind of waiting for this blue sprayed edges to go bye-bye. But yeah, that's my library. You know, little Taylor Swift moment up there, my Kindle clicker right here, the contemporary romance section, go around the corner and there's these books. Yeah, we're gonna ignore my very messy closet. Hey besties. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I think this is probably the best I've ever organized my library. Oh my god, I tripped over a cat toy. Ignore all that mess. These are boxes for all my Pango orders that I have and Christmas gifts, and don't mind all the boxes. We're pretending they don't exist. But yeah, I think my library is in a good place. I just can't wait till I can have all of my bookshelves, because I have 3 of these plus a big one, plus I mean a small one, in storage, and I really want to be able to put them out, but girl, where? Here they don't fit here. So when I move, I'll have space for all of my bookshelves and it'll be amazing. I was trying to do a Daub of the Day to sign out, and my camera died as soon as I was like, Daub of the Day! No, apparently. Anywho, I'll finish it up so I can finish off this video. The lighting is terrible because it is now almost 6 o'clock and there's no natural light anymore. So I'm in my kitchen. Anyway, Daub of the Day. I am not drinking anything. Off to a bad start. 1 second. I am drinking water out of my Owala that no longer has a straw because my cats tipped it over and it broke. So I have not yet replaced the straw, but I'm drinking water out of my cup. My outfit, I'm wearing this older than God, just kidding. It's like a 10-year-old, yeah, I think it's like 10 years old, long sleeve t-shirt from American Eagle. My leggings are also from American Eagle. My white socks with the stripes are from Costco. This lovely sweatshirt is from Target. Honestly, I didn't really think about it until just now that I am giving Wicked vibes. I have green pants on and a pink shirt. Did not plan that. Not a thing I was planning on. I just really like this sweatshirt. It has like the biggest hood. Like, look at this. This is amazing. I'm sorry, this is like the comfy coziest thing. And I love the shape of it because it's like big on top. Anyway, and like cinched at the bottom, so it like is kind of fitted, but like not really. Anyway, I digress. For my current read, I am listening to the audiobook of, shit, what is it? It's Assistant Accomplice to the Villain. That's what it is. I'm listening to Accomplice to the Villain. I'm almost done. I'm like over 90%. It's taken me forever to read it. Not because I don't like it, but because cozy fantasies just take me longer to read because there's not really something that's like encouraging me, chomping at the bit to like read the next page. I'm enjoying myself, but like I'm just not that like, oh my god, I need to know what happens next. I think I gotta push play on my audiobook. Like it's fine. So I'm listening to that. I'm almost done. I'm really enjoying it. And then I am reading an arc of An Arcane Study of Stars by Sydney J. Shields. Yes, I think that's the title. Anyway, I'm really enjoying that as well. Again, that's also taking me a while to read because I'm doing some Christmassy projects right now. So I haven't had that much time to read with my eyeballs. But I'm really enjoying it. It comes out next year. But yeah, that's my little job of the day. And I hope you guys have a lovely day when you eventually watch this, when I eventually get around to editing. So yeah, see you later, besties. I will catch you in the next one.